Greetings and blessings. Welcome back to a special year-end edition of Curious Naked Diatribes. This holiday season, for me, I just wanted to escape, to get away from it all, to be in solitude, to find some peace at the end of a very turbulent year. And it seems I'm not the only one feeling this way. Like, I'm done, I'm out, and just not wanting to be part of the usual holiday routine. Wanting to refresh, collect your thoughts, find tranquility away from the usual buzz, the commitments, the obligations. So I booked myself a quiet studio for a couple of nights for exactly this reason. I'm glad I did this. I'm grateful that I was able to do so. Certainly not everyone has the resources. But for me, it was absolutely necessary to just sit this one out. So this morning, as I was enjoying a cup of coffee on a small private second floor patio, listening to the birds, feeling the crisp December breeze, I started collecting my thoughts, writing down some notes, trying to decide how I wanted to spend this Christmas day. I started to think about my student, Diego, a 10-year-old Guatemalan boy whose parents hired me to tutor him in English. And I began to think of what a unique situation it is to be part of this boy's education, however small it may be. At the moment, I'm only giving him two-hour sessions per month. But one thing I'm trying to impress upon him as he's starting to put together his view of the world and his place in it is the importance of learning histories that are outside one's own experience. No doubt he's learning a lot about the United States. Perhaps more so than his own Guatemala. Guatemala's education system leaves a lot to be desired, let's just say. So I decided I wanted to teach him about Africa. The problem is, I know next to nothing about Africa. So I wanted to start out with the basics, just the geography, nothing more. Diego is very fond of this map game we play online where you're shown a flag and you're supposed to guess the country. He's really quite good at it by now, but we've both stumbled on identifying African countries. I thought, wait a minute, I'm supposed to know. I'm the teacher after all. It made me realize that there's a gap the size of Africa in our Western education. So I've been teaching Diego the map of Africa so he can do what even most estadounidenses, people from the United States, are unable to do, and at least identify African countries on a map. It's the least we Westerners can do while we continue to exploit African labor and resources for our decadent lifestyle and entertainment. Then I had another idea. What better way to introduce this new podcast series on Africa than with an introductory mini-series on Kwanzaa, a week of festivities, December 26th through January 1st, honoring African culture and heritage. I was first introduced to Kwanzaa while living on St. Thomas, Virgin Islands. And for anyone wanting a deeper dive into Virgin Islands waters, you can listen to the interview series I did with Dr. Chenzira Davis Kahina of the Caribbean Studies Association. And I'll drop a link to that in the show notes. The Caribbean, of course, has deep links to the African continent, with many complex relationships. So this new series is going to explore, as an outsider in a stumbling, fumbling manner, the countries of Africa, their histories, cultures, politics, arts, and folklore. And of course, this is only a jumping off point, a place to start discussions, not end them. Because I believe that while there may exist a universal capital T truth beyond our feeble human comprehension, we are, in the meantime, stuck with our multitude of small t truths according to our individual ego understanding and experience. So stay tuned tomorrow, December 26th, the first of the 7-day celebration of Kwanzaa, through the first day of 2025, for a daily 7-part mini-series looking at the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. Until then, many blessings. Que todo sea amor, walk tall, live free.